All right, so let's get started. Today, like I said, we're going to be covering all about our stickers and roll label solutions. So let's start with the label market, the growing and profitable roll label and sticker market. So right now, the North American print market in 2020 was $7.59 billion. And there's a lot of growing demand for stickers and roll labels due to the current economy, the pandemic, and it's expanding right now. So after the pandemic happened, or actually during the pandemic, there's been a lot of there were a lot of reasons for businesses and customers to use roll labels. So and I'll show you some of those use cases right now in the next slide. But there were a lot of uses for roll labels to businesses to reach out for their customers, to reach out to in different ways, and business have realized it's a really good way to communicate. So that's why it's been growing a lot. And then also now after the pandemic, the economy is now expanding once again. It was contracting during pandemic, the slowdown, not a lot of business going on, but now that it's kind of returning, businesses are starting to churn up, manufacturing is starting to churn up. So people need ways to communicate their brand on packaging, on products and services, and everyone's heading to stickers and roll labels. So businesses have found that this is a really new way to communicate that maybe they didn't think about before. This is especially true in like the grocery market, delivery, food service, restaurants. It's a growing market. Not only in-person services, but also e-commerce is also using a lot of stickers. Brands and businesses recognize that labels contribute significantly to how current consumers receive brands and information, and it drives purchasing decisions. And so you can see that statistic there. 72% of consumers say that packaging quality can influence their purchasing decisions. And it's because stickers and roll labels elevate a product, it makes it more refined, and depending on the type of roll label that you're using, it can add add to it. So it's a really nice way to do it. It's a really effective way to communicate. Also, especially during the pandemic, like I mentioned, delivery services are using it a lot more. You can they'll put their brand name on there, their logo, also a contact number, maybe a little bit of information, maybe a nice message for the consumer. Like, for example, in this picture, it says organic food delivery. So it's a really, really nice way to communicate directly with their customers, even though they are not going into their storefront, even though they're not going to be there. That's how effective and important roll labels and stickers have become. And businesses have really recognized this and have made roll labels not only part of their current marketing efforts, but also future marketing plans, because they like what's happening. So it's a really good way. It's really important sector right now to watch, because there's a lot of activity in it. And like I mentioned, not only is it important for local businesses, but the print economy as a whole have realized that stickers and roll labels are going to become a bigger product in the future. All right, so with stickers and roll labels, it's really a use case driven product, where not only are businesses wanting to kind of discover stickers and roll labels, but they need to discover them in a kind of more specific way. And the stocks that roll labels come in kind of drive that as well. The use cases drive which type of roll labels and stickers customers will usually pick. So for example, let's just say your customers need something high volume and low cost. Let's say they need to give away, they want to do giveaways for a trade show. They want to put a sticker inside a product that they created. The DIY market is also really huge. So keep that in mind. That's another great way to use stickers, especially these here, which are single cut crack and peel stickers. So these stickers are individualized. They are really inexpensive. They're not cheap because they're still really high quality. They're UV coated. They're full color. They're just inexpensive, and that's something to keep in mind and communicate to your customers, that even though they're inexpensive, they are still very high quality and a really great way to communicate their brand, where they can feel confident that it's going to communicate it in the right way. Some other uses for these stickers are travel stickers, school events, party favors, really big on party favors as well. And then concert and band stickers, you know, if you see them on a guitar or like on the walls even, there's a bunch of these types of stickers all over the place when it comes to, like, you know, bands and music and, you know, kind of those type of things. And with the single cut crack and peel single cut crack and peel stickers, we do have over 40 different sizes available. So there's a lot of sizes there that you guys can be very flexible with. The flexibility and the different options that your customers will have with you is going to be really, really big. There's 3 different shapes. There's rectangle and square. There's oval and circle. And then there's also a rounded corner or leaf shape that we also offer. So these are some to keep in mind for sure. That way you can offer them to your different customers for different use cases. And again, stickers and roll labels really focus on the use case. Depending on how customers are going to use it, you're going to pick different types of stickers and roll labels. So these will have a crack and peel backer. As you can see here, they're individualized, so they're meant to really be handed out, given to somebody or put inside a package. That way, you know, and to be used later by the recipient, by the consumer who received the sticker. And that's why they're kind of individualized and have that crack and peel coating. And not only that, but we do have also aquafoil and vinyl options, which elevate this product even more, even further. And it really allows you to have 2 different options for this, where you have a low cost, high volume option. And then if they want to have a more, you know, refined product, or maybe they want to resell it, I would recommend using either the aquafoil or the vinyl option. All right, so let's take a look at some of the profit potential for these types of stickers. There's at the top, you'll see these are the basic sticker. I'm using a 4x4 size. So this is a 4x4 square sticker on 70 pound with UV, and we're printing 500 of them. Your cost is going to be $106 with 27 cents. MSRP is going to be around, the markup is going to be around, is going to be around 150 to 200%. MSRP comes out to like $318.81. So your profit just on the base kind of sticker is $212, over $212. So there's a lot of good value within this market, especially to profit from. A lot of really nice value, especially to profit from with these stickers. Again, individualized, mass-produced stickers that people can hand out here and there, communicates the brand very effectively while not costing your customer so much. And these are all benefits that you should communicate to your customers for sure. The upsell potential is super good. Our aquafoil product, as some of you might know, is in our Majestic category. We do offer aquafoil for these types of stickers. So the upsell potential for you is really great because it provides a much rarer, you know, sticker. A foil sticker is much more expensive from other local vendors. You know, trying to find a foil sticker in the proper way, and especially because the benefits that aquafoil brings, not only is it one color foil, but it allows you to do all types of CMYK colors as foil, so you can have multiple foils on one sticker without your costs increasing. Your customer's cost can increase, of course. That's up to you. You can set those prices, but your customer will have the option to do a much nicer sticker. And that, again, brings much bigger profit value to you. Where the cost for an aquafoil sticker is super low, again, for these types of stickers, $160 for you. but the markup that you can do is from 300 to 350 because it's a foil sticker, because you can do multiple different foils on it, multiple different color foils. That profit potential greatly increases by you upselling them on, you know, on this. So again, your profit on an aquafoil sticker can be much greater by achieving that upsell. $560, over $560 for aquafoil sticker. So keep that in mind when you're kind of selling. You're picking out which customers you could potentially upsell. Maybe someone who's a higher value customer, you may want to give them that option to be able to do it. Again, it does require a mask file. You do have to create a mask file, but it's worth it. All right, next use case that I want to highlight is dispenser labels. So these types of dispensers can be either automated or manual. Restaurants have been using it a lot, especially during the pandemic. Every single takeout bag that goes out of that restaurant will get a label on it. So definitely keep that in mind as far as volume that restaurants are ordering, to-go services are ordering, and then also repeat orders, because once they know that you do them, they're going to come back to you for more and more and more. Curbside retail pickup, product packaging, manufacturing, and again, like I said, expanding economy that relates directly to the roll label market. Products need to be labeled, packages need to be labeled when they're going through manufacturing. We have the ability to give you the tools to be able to profit off of that sector of the market. Political campaigns as well. Political season is coming up, you know, very soon again. So definitely keep that in mind for those type of labels. Packaging seals, again, like you see in this envelope here, that's very common to do as well. Seals a package, seals an envelope, a box, whatever it might be. These labels are used really nicely for that. So we recommend using the semi-gloss roll labels for these types of, you know, high volume dispenser type labels, where you're going to be sticking them on a bunch of different products or a bunch of different envelopes and everything. Semi-gloss roll labels are the least expensive type of roll label. There are 30 different sizes that we can do for you. There's also two shapes. There's oval and circle, and then also rectangle and square. And as a bonus, we offer custom shapes. So that's another really great tool that you can use to market to your customers with. Custom shapes, when it comes to labels, is a little bit more difficult, is a little bit more expensive. And I'll show you some of the profit, additional profit that you can make just by offering, you know, a custom shape option. Unwind direction is also important, especially when you're talking about the manufacturing industry or automatic dispenser factor of it. You can choose, with us, you can choose which way you want the label to face when it's coming out of the dispenser. So it's really good to keep in mind, especially when you're verifying that what type of label that they can use. You know, the thickness of the label is really important as well, and the unwind direction. So things to keep in mind. And again, absorb this, make sure you retain the information. And we're recording the webinar, you can watch it later. We'll give you the white label slides later as well. But this is good information to communicate to your customers, so that way you get all the information from them to be able to produce the right product for them. All right, so let's take a look at some of the profit value for these kind of standard roll labels. 4x4 square roll label on semi-gloss paper at the 500 quantity count. Cost is about $213. MSRP for that, right there, you can see it is $427.78, which is about 100 to 150% markup. So your profit is going to come out to $213.89. Again, really great value for roll labels. Really great profit potential for roll labels. All right, next up is our finishing labels. So these are more labels that are meant to finish off a product branding, have a nice label that goes onto a product that people are going to be, you know, happy with. A consumer is going to be happy with looking at this label. Very high quality, you know, for drink bottles, food packaging, souvenirs, health and beauty, promotional, and again, manufacturing as well. These are more refined labels that are meant to finish off either product packaging or products themselves. These are really nice labels. And what we recommend our product that matches that use case is a BOPP or polypropylene, and the full name is bilateral oxy polypropylene roll labels. They're synthetic material, they're not paper, which makes them much more higher quality and durability. I wish I could show, I have samples of these things, but the GoToMeeting webcam is not working, so I cannot show you, unfortunately. I cannot show you the different products that I have here sitting right next to me. I did plan to show them on camera, but they are high quality and durability. They're oil and water resistant. It sticks well to surfaces, you know, especially smooth surfaces, which are very common, and they're 2.3 mil thickness. Again, if you're using it for manufacturing, make sure that you check the thickness of the dispenser to make sure that it works properly. And again, as with the, you know, kind of standard roll labels, you can choose the unwind direction here. So, you know, keep that in mind. So that way, you know, for manufacturing or dispenser purposes. All right. So let's take a look at the profit value for these types of stickers, for BOPP stickers, 4x4 square or circle. So there's two different options here on the base price. You can either choose square or circle. BOPP roll label at 500 quantities. The cost to you is going to be $238.11, and that MSRP is at $476.22. So a nice little profit value for you of about 100 to 150% markup. If you want to option the custom cut, now the custom cut, you will need to have another file that you do. It's a cut file done similarly to, you know, if you've ever done the contour cut for our large format products, very similar process for that. You create a vector file, has a 1-point stroke, and that's your cut file. So however you want to do that. We would recommend doing more simpler shapes. Don't get, you know, too detailed on the shapes and everything, because then it runs into, you know, maybe some issues during production. But I will say that the contour cut that we have, or the custom cut that we have, is very, very good because it's done with a laser cutter. So it's very fine, it's very detailed, you know, so just keep that in mind when you're doing those custom cuts. So again, the profit, if you offer a custom cut version of this to your customers, is $159.06 additional to your base profit of $238.11. So just by offering a custom cut to your customers, it elevates the product. And again, it's about communicating to your customers that you're elevating the product, you're getting them the right look and feel for that product, or the finalizing that package more attractive, better for consumers. They're happier with it and they like the product more. All right. Okay, and now finally, let's look at the specialty labels. So these are 3 different products that we also have in the roll label category that are used in very specific ways, very, very different products, but used very specifically. First one is clear labels, oil and water resistant, option for white ink as well, which gives you the differentiation in color, in transparent color and opaque color. So you can do white ink with color on top of it, or you don't have to do white ink and you can do transparent color on that as well. 2.3 mil thickness. That is really great for clear products. If you're looking to show off the product within the inside of a package, that's super good to do. So there's tons of uses for these clear labels. 4x4 square or circle clear BOPP roll label. It is also a polypropylene material, so keep that in mind. It's tear resistant, oil and water resistant, so all those same properties apply. Much better markup value here. Your base cost is $271. MSRP we recommend would be around $279.33. And again, every market is different, so these MSRPs that I'm showing you here, they can vary, you know, either up or down depending on if you're selling them online. They're probably going to go down. If you're selling them to a local person, these are probably the good MSRPs. And if you're selling them to more unique customers or have something more packaged that you have, it might even go up from there. And again, the custom cut value for profit here is an additional $67.93. So make sure you always offer a custom cut potential. Even if it's just like this, a simple kind of triangle looking label, that's a custom cut. You can add that profit into your pocket. That rhymed. You can add that profit into your pocket. Should use that. Next up is eggshell felt labels. So these are standard for wine bottles. Wine bottles have these standard. It has a wet strength, it has a distinct texture, which is not really fuzzy, but it more kind of has like an unfinished paper feel to it. And the key thing about these is that they have wet strength. So as the label gets a little bit of moisture on it or it gets wet, the adhesive actually increases within the bottle to make a better attachment to the bottle. So again, common for wine bottles. You can also do custom cuts on them. Base cost is $217. MSRP is really nice right there. So your profit comes out to $326, over $326. And again, always offer the custom cut potential, $156 additional to that base profit. So you can make sure to gain everything you can from those labels. And then finally, our metallic labels. These are a very nice mirror stock. It's not similar to the aquafoil product where you can create foil colors and opaque colors, but you can also have the addition of white ink on them. So even though the stock is a mirror finish, you can apply white ink to cover up that mirror finish. So you can have very readable sections of it, or you can have very creative, kind of metallic looking colors and different parts of the label. So it's a really nice label. Heat and chemical resistant. So this is different from the other ones. This one is heat and chemical resistant. So again, keep these stored in your mind. That way you can communicate your customers when you're listening to what their needs are. You can choose the right label for them. This one is a thinner stock, 2 mil. And let's take a look at the profit value here. The base cost is $238.46. Nice MSRP again, and your profit comes out to $357.69. And then again, you have the ability to custom cut this. So always keep that in mind. You have the ability to custom cut all of these different types of roll labels. It's a really good addition, and it doesn't cost you that much more for the cost of the roll label from us. The custom cut, it does cost a little more from us. I think it's like very, very small cost, but the profit that you're gonna make in addition to the original profit is much greater, another additional $167.23 if you offer custom cut to your customers. All right, so that concludes this portion. I do want to go into just one more thing because we're really excited about our new resources page, and I want to take a few minutes of your time. Let me go ahead and exit here, and then that way I can show you. So if you head to go.4over.com/resources, this will be real quick and I'll get to you everyone's questions. So this new site is created to be able to provide you with white label images and pre-made ads. So it's kind of a resource for all sorts of pre-made, free, downloadable marketing materials that we've created. You can download these images to use in any ads that you create. You can download them and use them however you want. You can put your brand on them. You can put pricing on them, however you want to do it. Some of you might have even seen the emails that we've sent to you where it literally gives you a pre-made email. You can use these however you want. You'll find those emails here on this page. You can simply choose the ones that work for you. Feel free, again, to download them and use them however you need. And they're completely free, and it's a really nice service. We have some helpful links here, some stat white papers that you can use communicating with customers. We have our white label catalog in here. And if you go here to ready use marketing, here's where you'll see all the ready emails, holiday promo catalog, all the white label resources for Majestic business cards, catalogs, large format, roll labels are in here as well. So definitely take a look at this. We also have another resources center. This is where all You can get all the white labels and educational materials that we have. You can even visit our webinars. If you can't find them on the YouTube page, we do have a section here for webinars where we're in this one right now. Stick with 4over. You can register for upcoming webinars. You can see past webinars as well. And you can even view our promotional calendar, which has really great coupons in here. So definitely check this page out. Just wanted to share that with you guys. We'll be including a link to this in communication with the recorded webinar. With this recorded webinar, I'll be including a link in there as well. So make sure to look out for that. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to send it to me. We're going to be sending a survey out after the webinar, after this webinar per usual. So make sure you fill out the survey. Please let us know how we're doing. And we'll also be, let me go ahead and put this up again. So make sure you fill out the survey. And if you have any more further questions, you can put it in there just in case it doesn't get answered. All right. So thank you so much for joining us for this webinar. Let's go through some of the questions really quick.